Well, a slight drizzle about at Hollywood Bet Scottsville, nothing too serious, but we're undercover here for the interview. And it's well done to Mark Khan teaming up with Michael Roberts and, of course, Dr. Labuschagne and Mr. Costa as well. I see involved with this daughter of Dynasty. First time Mark has set on this individual's back and 1600 meters. Compliments on the ride, firstly, Mark. Well timed, a fantastic ride from you. And give you a nice feel?
Yeah, Deez, I don't want to take all the accolades. Firstly, well done to the owners. I heard you mentioned Dr. Labuschagne
Yes.
and the other partner. And thank you to Mr. Roberts. I had the pleasure of going to work this filly twice, and we chatted about her, and he kindly changed the bit on her, and it helped me to settle her because she can be quite feisty. So it always helps when you can work them and when the trainer does listen. And I think it's a privilege for me to ride a winner for a legend like Michael Roberts, even Garth Buller, all those legends of the game, and they're still in the game. So I rode with them as an apprentice, and now to ride winners for them is a great privilege. But this filly, she's quite a nice filly. I don't know if you're aware that she's a half-sister to Legislate.
Correct.
So Mr. Roberts was quite sure that she'd get the mile, but she just needed to settle. And the speed was on today. There was a good pace. She settled well. She was nice and relaxed, and a good training feat from Mr. Roberts. He's had a double today.
Over a mile today, I mean, the way she finished, she seemed to enjoy it.
She did, and I think as she's gotten older, she's obviously learned to settle. And after today's victory, I mean, she never got a hiding to win, so she enjoyed the race. And I think Mr. Roberts could be on the right track. As I say, she's got a very good action, and she's a nice thick-set filly. So accolades to his entire team, and I'm just grateful for the support.
Quite a modest chap as well, Mark, because most in this industry have short-term memories. How many jockey championships have you won?
I've managed to win 5 with God's blessings, but I'm very grateful for that.
Well, that's why I say, you've ridden with legends, you've been there, you've done that, you had your ups and downs, but things are running smoothly these days.
Yes, I can't complain. I was actually on my way to collect my son, and Mr. Roberts phoned me, would I please ride this filly? I said, yes, only a pleasure. And then I went to work her, and that's how great God is. Thank you.
All the best, Jamal.
Thanks very much.
Lovely. Let's get Michael in. Smart move, Michael, because you've been umming and eyeing with the distance. You've been mostly keeping her to the sprint trip. You have tried over a mile, but as she's matured, strengthened up, it seemed the right move this afternoon.
Yes, Deez, I must be honest with you, this filly had a lot of problems, and we chucked her out for 3 months, which she needed on veterinary advice. And first of all, I must say a big thank you to Beth Shaw and the girls, Bridget and her team up at Kloof. They did a marvellous job. This filly was never 100% sound, and we got her back, and since she's been back, she's not put a foot wrong, and she's been sound ever since that. And, as you know, she's got ability. And on the last run, I just thought to myself, something is not 100% right here. Let me try over a mile. But, the trouble is you enter these horses, and especially a filly like this, everything's got to be in her favour, good draw. And I thought, let me get Mark Khan, because, he's an ex-champion jockey. He's got nice hands and horse. He can settle horse. And he very kindly came and worked it for me, and he gave me quite a good feedback in the mornings, the couple of mornings he came to work her. Yes. And we changed a couple of things, not drastically, but, small little things. And she was working very, very well, I must say, and today she was obviously a fit filly, and if she stayed, she was a huge runner. Obviously a big thank you to Dr. Labuschagne, and Vaughan took half in the filly, and Chiefly Stud, because that's where she will go back to, obviously, as a broodmare. And this win was very, very important, because her Valley has probably tripled, with another win, 3 wins now. And I think there could be another 1 or 2 in the tank, and I'm so pleased that she won over ground, because deep down, because her brother Legislate, as you know, he won the July, and he was a good racehorse champion actually. And so there was something there, and she's only a tiny little tick, So, but she's got a big heart.
Well, you've done an outstanding job teaming up with Mark, and it worked handsomely this afternoon. Give our best to Vaughan and Dr. Labuschagne as well, Michael, and all the best to this filly. You mentioned the pedigree. Now she's found the form. Who knows?
Yes, Deez, and also my staff. A lot of work goes into at home. Every morning. And so a big thank you to all. Really, it's quite emotional.
Nice double.
Thank you.
Lovely. Let's get Mr. Bill Lambert, our KZN ambassador of racing, to represent Dr. Labuschagne and Vaughan Costa. Well, you just want to say a few words on behalf of your best friend, a good friend, and Vaughan as well.
Why not, Dees? I mean, take this opportunity to congratulate Nick Labuschagne and Vaughan. This filly has always been held in very high regard by all of us. And I'm so surprised that they didn't come today. I suppose the weather put them off, and I've been waiting for them all afternoon, kept the seat at the table, but you know, Harvey the Rabbit, they don't come and leave it vacant. But let me just say, well done, Nicholas, and to Vaughan. This is a real proper win today. She, as you know, is a full sister to Legislate, and he won the July, and look at that, over ground, so who knows what might be yet in the tank. Well done to you all, and I'm just so sorry you weren't here to see this really remarkable win. Well done.
So Lambert, I missed you at the KZN Awards. Were you there this year?
Was I there?
Apologies, I walked around. I always wanted to bump into you and say hi to you, but I walked around. Apologies, I missed you. But what you thought of the event? Fantastic.
Well, I thought it was unbelievable. You say you missed me. There's no show without punch, you know. No, I was there in full force. It was a wonderful evening.
Yeah.
And Graham Hawkins and the whole Gold Circle team deserved to get full marks for the way they presented everything. It was outstanding. Every year I come away and say, well, it can't possibly get any better, but it was. And I thought Chris van Niekerk spoke so well too. Yeah. He should be taken around the country on a tour to give that speech everywhere. It did give us a lot of hope. No, wonderful evening, Dees. Sorry I didn't see you.
No, apologies, I'm looking in the wrong places, Mr. Lambert.
Absolutely. Make up for it next year.
Well done, Mr. Lambert. Lovely, and I think it's a 10 out of 10 to Gold Circle for the show that they put on at our KZN Racing Awards. But race number 6, 8, 3, 2, and 6 is the way they cross the line here. 2 more to go. Coming up next, race number 7, closing off this afternoon's jackpot.